Like he got bit trying to help them, and his dad, it was against his dad's wishes. But at the end of it all, he was just basically saying, you know,
just following his heart.
Yeah, he was following it was the right thing to do. There's nothing that you can say about it.
Have you seen Spider-Man yet?
Which one? The new one?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's something, it reminds me of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a part in there that's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like, still, even in the midst of all chaos, in the midst of everything, you know, if you can't maintain your humanity, well, what do you have left? You gotta still maintain that little part of you. No matter how dark things get, even in your own life, you gotta be able to maintain your own humanity and be able to still do good, even within the bad.
Hey, man.
Well, Armin was going berserk mode.
Oh, you're watching it?
Not Armin, but Levi.
Oh yeah, bro. That's the one scene I tell you watch, bro. That shit was dope. Shit was crazy as fuck. What episode is this?
I'm recording right now.
Shit.
107.
107. Go ahead.
107.
This is episode 107. It's gonna be about not taking things personal.
Like anything, like even good stuff.
Well, yeah, because that shit goes to your head.
Taking things personal.
Yeah.
He did all this to him when he's not dead. He took his arms off, took his eyes out. He's got a sword in his fucking mouth.
Yeah, bro. Like he did everything. He was gonna make him suffer, bro. This shit was crazy.
And he's still not dead.
Nah,
he bled to death.
He got saved.
Yeah, some guy came.
But you know, even what was it? Yeah, don't take things too personal. Yeah, what is it? Connor said it best too. A loss can make or break somebody, but a win can also make or break somebody as well.
He's right.
You know, you can learn a lot from your losses, but you can also learn a lot from your wins too, bro.
Right. You can't be. You don't want to be a sour winner.
Or two, yeah.
Yeah, look, a lot of people hate the sore loser, but a sore winner is even worse.
That's what it is, sore. I said sour.
That works too.
Eventually, when you win too much, you believe in your own hype. And that's even more dangerous.
Cody Garfunke.
Yeah.
That's an MMA fighter. Jake Paul right now. This guy probably legit thinks he's a good boxer.
I mean, he's alright. And so he's like legit.
He's not great.
No.
But like, with taking things personal, let's talk about, like, for example, when, like, let's say when the hard truth is dropped, right? You know what I'm saying? Like when you in the moment of someone tries to give you advice, right? Like, hey, you know what? I think you might need to work on this, or hey, I think this thing you said, you know, that wasn't very, you know, that's not you. In that moment, you can choose to take that shit, like, okay, this is criticism from a friend who's trying to help me out. Or you can look at it like, you know, like a lot of us will tend to do as like
personal attack.
This is someone judging me. This is someone attacking me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in that moment, you have a choice. Either you can take it personal, or you gonna take it constructively, right? You know what I mean?
Right. What? And even on another level, like for like just on the everyday, day to day, right? We all interact with people. And let's say if you work in customer service, people who work in customer service know this. When you get a customer that comes in and they're just like pissed off already, and they start shitting on you, trying to fuck up your day, you can't take that shit personal.
Right.
They're just a fucking walking around shitstorm, and then you're just getting they're just spitting on you.
You're just getting a backdraft of it. You're just getting, because you can even walk into a store and just somebody's having a shit day. Yeah. And they're just being in a rush, and you're just waiting in line or something. You know,
right.
Even just regularly shopping, you can just see it from a distance. People just having a shitty day.
Right. Or you can get like let that fuck up your day, or you just be like, hold up, I don't even know that person.
Yeah,
just like fucking.
Hey, I went to the bank earlier, just pull out some money. And I opened and hold the door open for this one little old woman, and she just looked at me in shock, and I could tell she was murmuring something, but I was like, what the hell is she trying to say? At first, I thought she was trying to insult me or something, because I'm thinking, you know, it's a very little old white woman, you know, I'm thinking, oh, fucking Karen or something, maybe she's gonna tell me something, but instead she's just like, thank you, and mumbles it and just kind of storms off, and I'm just like, oh, alright, and I just go about my business. Instead of taking that personal. It's like, you know, she's probably having a shitty day. Yeah. She's probably, you know, having to run errands in the middle of the day on a Saturday. It's probably not something she wants to do. Yeah. So, I guess she just wasn't ready for somebody doing something kind and like open the door for it.
All right, I got questions for this situation. Were you wearing a mask?
What?
Were you wearing a mask?
Don't you dare! Don't you dare do that.
What? I'm just curious.
No, we're not doing that.
You not? You
No.
didn't?
No, I don't have a mask. What's important?
Alright, because I'm just, in my mind, I'm like, maybe she's like he's nice, but he doesn't have a mask. So
She doesn't
she's
have a
like,
mask on either.
oh, I should have asked that. Did she have a mask?
What does it matter?
It shouldn't matter.
It's just genuine kindness, bro.
No, but I'm saying the fact that she was all pissed off. But it doesn't matter. You know
it
what?
really doesn't matter.
It shouldn't matter because that's her. That's not her shit, and it's not personal to you at all.
That's another thing too. Is like, don't take it personal if somebody doesn't wear a mask, bro. If you have to take a precaution, take your precaution, bro. But don't take it personal that nobody else around you isn't doing the same thing. That's them.
It's not a
I'm just speaking in general for everybody who. I know there's people who, when they wear masks and gloves, like they feel so, like personally attacked when somebody doesn't do the same thing. You know, it's like, oh, bro, just chill out.
Yeah. But going back to what you're saying, like, especially like when you ask for advice or when you, there's a lot.
No, sometimes it's not asked advice. Sometimes not asked for. Sometimes you know when someone comes up to you, someone who you think is a friend, or you know who you consider a friend comes up to you. You have a choice in that moment. I can take it as this person just talking shit, which, you know, or this person is trying to help me out. Now, I'll go even deeper. One of those is you know, I would say this. What would God say to you? Like if a person came up to me and said, hey, that thing you just said, I don't know if I like it. And I say, you don't? And they'd be like, not really. I'm like, well, do you think that you don't like it because I was being an asshole or because your ego doesn't like it? You know what I'm saying? I would basically say, if you ask the man upstairs and you take those words that I just said to you, do you really think that I'm attacking you and I'm talking shit, or do you think that I'm trying to help you out? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of times you have to. A lot of times you know we come to that position where we're like, man, we feel judged, right? Because a lot of times we're already beating up on ourselves. You know, a lot of times we're already. You know, we're already got other stuff on our mind. You know what I'm saying? And then someone pops up and says something, and you know what? You might be a little overwhelmed by the other thoughts, and you might look at it as an attack. You know. Yeah. But what you got to be able to say once again is, you know, filter. Okay, this thing that was said, maybe I didn't like it, but who feels offended? Does the legit real me, you know, soul me feel offended, or does the ego me feel offended? Because this requires, you know, this requires me to make a change or to do something different. You know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna accept what they said.
Yeah, and everyone has
you can not agree with it.
Of course.
Still.
And hey, it's an opinion. If someone gives you, you know, some words, it's an opinion. You know what I'm saying? You can discount.
I was gonna say it always how you take it. It's all about like.
As long as you don't take it personal.
Yeah,
but
it's also how you're gonna use it. And ask yourself those questions, and it's like, okay, well, how can I use this? You know, how can I make myself better? Obviously, it bothers me
because it's energy, right? And it's some energy, and it's fact. It's information that they sent you. You got to do something with it. So your reaction is the only thing you can control. You can't control what people are going to tell you.
Yeah.
So with that energy, you could turn it into positive.
Exactly.
Or you can turn it into some negative shit.
Yeah.
That's not healthy.
You could always do that, but again, it's how you take it and how you use it. You know, people are always gonna have shit to say. You just have to either use it to make yourself better, like you always have to do, or just disregard it and just keep going with what the plan is.
Yeah, and deciphering love from hate.
Yeah, that's all it is. Because you're gonna get those advice from people that it's not good advice. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of old people. Shout out to old people, but there's a lot of old people that would just tell you shit sometimes, and they're crazy. Well, I don't know. I don't know why I said I don't know any crazy.
I've been told plenty of times to when dealing with a breakup with a chick, the best way to deal with it is
hook up with another chick. Hook up with another chick.
Hook up with another chick. I'm talking about me personally, bro. But me personally, is always a glass of whiskey makes it go away.
People told you that?
Yeah.
Bad people.
Yeah. It didn't work. He did it for a long time. Nah.
Episode 300, we're going to talk about...
Episode.
We're supposed to do it at your house.
I know, but we just know.
Regardless, that's how you take it. You got to filter in the good and bad advice. You got to be able to take good and bad, and then be able to decide on how you're gonna take it, how you're gonna proceed after it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. I also like it's really easy. I mean, just something that everybody goes through on the road. Cause people get fucking, they start going crazy on the road now sometimes, and they're like rushing, they're on your ass and shit. Shit, I'll even like go into another lane and let them pass me, cause it's like, I used to let it used to piss me off.
Talking about road rage.
Road rage. It used to piss me off when somebody do that, so then I get behind them and then I start fucking on their ass, right?
Me too.
And then I get like this head rush, and I'm like, but because I'm taking it fucking personal, and then that's also like making the situation worse.
You're wasting a lot of energy doing that.
I'm wasting energy. Yes, definitely.
This is not gonna matter in an hour.
Because anger.
But it will matter in an hour if I chase him and I start some shit and I get into a wreck or we get into some kind of fight.
And then I'm gonna have to deal with the.
Yes, I could have just gone home or gone where the fuck I was going.
Just let them
go. And
go.
I wouldn't have had to deal with this no more.
Right.
Man, we live in Texas, y'all. You know that people on guns here.
Yeah.
It's not a wise
Yeah, bro.
decision.
If you're not strapped yourself, just don't be looking for no road rage beef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let it go.
Urban survival training.
Woo-saw, breathe it in, breathe it out.
It's hard not to, like, if you get in a fight at home with your spouse or somebody and you go on the road and you start taking it out on everybody else.
Yeah, be driving angry is a horrible thing.
You got like
People just need to learn to walk. Go take a walk.
Walk hard.
There you go. Hey, fuck this shit.
Or just run.
Like
if you had to run instead of there'd be a lot of like very in shape angry people.
Yeah.
Instead
of
of people
be
like
in shape instead of obese as fuck.
Yeah, instead of people like online like writing reviews all mad and shit.
You know, it's the one thing that I'm learning to just disregard from people. Like, it's something personally for me. It's like I understand how this motherfucker felt too. I understand it now. But it was
okay?
No, it was
sorry.
I was understanding how Vino, because years ago I was a little shithead, and I would talk shit just to try to be cool or try to mingle or whatever. It's just I was just an idiot. I went up to this fool and I told him that yeah, buff, you're alright. And I was not ashamed.
No, he didn't tell me this. No, I'll tell you what he told me. I was working and I'm sitting
there.
And he comes up to me.
Yeah, come out of nowhere, bro.
Unsolicited advice. He comes up to me and says,
that's not even advice though.
He's criticizing me. He comes up to me. He goes, hey, you know what, man? You're not really that buff. And I'm like, okay. He goes, yeah, you're just in shape. And I'm like, okay.
Like, did he had previously say, hey, I'm buff?
Like, I didn't even.
Did you say that?
No. It was just a little out of shape.
Imagine a little kid just making an observation. Yeah. Like, hey, you're not that tall, because that guy's bigger than you or something like that.
I would do that.
You're not that handsome.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not that cool.
But see, in that moment, I knew that
it wasn't personal. That was his self-reflecting out.
Yeah, no, I have legit. I'm just like that, bro. I have legit found like dudes that are like a foot taller than me. They'll lie to me, fool, and say like I'm 6'7", dog. Like, no, you're not, motherfucker. You're 6'4". They'll look at me like this short motherfucker, and I just question. I just did, bro. You were a foot taller than me. Yeah, I'm that guy. I am that guy.
But see, that's the thing. That's like, you shouldn't take it personal. Like, you're taking offense. You're like, oh, you think I'm stupid because I don't know that you're lying about your height. But that's just their own insecurity.
Yeah, but...
So you shouldn't take that personal.
Yeah, see, that was Romo maybe having insecurity when he told me he made that comment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like he was about to say he wasn't in shape back then.
Now I have out of shape motherfuckers coming up to me and looking at me and saying, man, you're really small. Like, yeah, bro. He's like, you ought to get bigger and this and that. I'm like, bro, this is what a healthy body looks like for me, bro. Like, if you're going to sit there and tell me, bro, you're small. No, bitch, I'm lean. Like, get it right. I get offended by that.
Yeah, we shouldn't. That's just their own insecurity.
There's this dude at work, too. And you know what? He isn't exactly in shape, but he likes to taunt me and say, hey, man. Why you need to start wearing sleeves again, man? You're not even worthy of not wearing sleeves. Like, he'll talk shit to me, bro. This dude at work, it's not Romo. It's some random dude. Like,
it's not Romo.
It's some random. It's a driver, one of the drivers at work, and he's always like, "Hey, man, look at you, man. You come on, man. You can put those away, man. There's nothing there. You know, talking about my arms and shit." I'm like, at first I was like, okay, I guess I don't know. I can't tell if he was ribbing or if he's really talking shit, but
they're trying to fight
either way, I let it go. Cause what the fuck, like. Do I not like the way I know I'm healthy. I feel good. Fuck this guy.
You're happy with
Go enslave yourself in these fucking package cars all day, bro.
What makes me comfortable with my body?
Go get in traffic.
I'm going home smoking weed, fool.
Yeah. What makes me comfortable with my body, bro, and this is why I use it to disregard. It's maybe an ego thing, but it helps me disregard those people who tell me, oh, you're too small, you're this. I'm like, bro, especially if you're out of shape, it's like, bro, you name anybody who can run 2.5 miles before going and doing a leg day. Like just doing an hour workout of a leg day.
I don't know. Nobody really goes around telling people.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like that's for me personally. Like for anybody to tell me that's like, yeah, bro. Like you put in the work for yourself. What other people tell you shouldn't really matter.
Yeah, no matter what. I mean, as long as you're happy with yourself.
Exactly. Your work will speak for itself, regardless.
And that's what shit like that is. Like people coming up to you criticizing. That's like the universe kind of ribbing you. See how you can take it. You know what I'm saying? Like is he still sensitive? You know what I'm saying? So let me
stronger.
Let me see if someone can
more buoyant.
Let me see if the usual comments will throw him off, like they did last week, like they did last month,
like they did last year.
The universe is gonna keep on throwing the same shit at you to see
figure it out.
See if you're still a dumbass or not. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if it knows that you're worthy and you're smart enough to figure it out. That's why it'll keep putting you in situations. You're like, no, you can figure this out. You haven't figured it out yet.
Like for example, there was a girl that a homie liked, and we would talk about it all the time. He would sit there and tell me stuff about like, yeah, I'm this girl, got me, sends me mixed vibe.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Tall.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
It was his coworker
talented.
too. It was his coworker, which was like the worst thing too, because he kind of obsessed about her a little bit. And you know what?
Introduced him to Harry Potter.
And you know what? This particular homeboy, he took the criticism well. He could have gotten mad at me. He could have said, "Bro, you just hating, bro." He just said, "Why are you being mean?" Like you.
But I knew that you felt, even though I disagreed with what you were saying, it was like, no, I knew that you had.
Are you talking as the homie that I
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I knew that you.
Talking about Chris.
I knew it was coming from love and from like, you were looking out for me.
Yeah. Yes, and that's what that's what I gotta tell certain people. I'm like, dude, you really think that I hate you? You think I'm trying to fuck you over?
I want you to be happy.
I tell people, like, if I'm telling you it's because I think we're cool at a certain level. I think you can take what I'm gonna say without looking at me as like you're being a hater. I would think you would be able to take what I say by now. Certain people, I've been on for a while that like, and you would be able to take it and say, okay, this is not a guy who wants to see me do bad. This is not a guy that is making fun of me or wants to see me do bad. This is a guy that wants to see me do good, usually I'm trying to give good advice, so why would I go out of my way to give you shitty advice? Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I want to ask that to people that look at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, yesterday we were shooting the shit and you were agreeing that so-and-so needs to work on something, but when I tell you need to work on something, you get all mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you see how that doesn't register? You agree.
Yeah, because you would like and you would be willing to be heard.
Yeah, but it's like it's those added. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink, right? I can even show you how taking other horses to water and they drink the water and it was cool. But even then, certain people are gonna be like, "Well, nah, I
want bottled water."
Yeah, bro. And I'm not gonna force anybody. I'm not gonna sit there.
Well, you should never force anybody to do anything.
That's no fun.
That's too much energy. And then you're just gonna push them away.
Yeah, if you do it by force, then people might get used to you doing some certain things for them all the time. And no, people should be able to decide to drink the water or not on their own.
But at least throw that little idea.
Yeah.
So it can grow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because sometimes some people would take it as like, all right, well, you're either gonna be mad about it, or you're gonna fucking get to work with it. Which one are you gonna fucking pick? That's how I leave it with.
And eventually you just get to work on it, even if you do get mad at it first.
I mean, because sometimes you get mad because I hate to say it, sometimes the shoe just fits. The shoe fits. If you get mad, you're being triggered. Maybe you're triggered because.
And even then, it's kind of like.
I don't like being.
Sometimes it's like advice that some people give. They don't see it from your perspective because they don't see,
or maybe it's how it's said.
No, it's perspective. Remember, it's only what they're seeing that they're critiquing, not what you've done.
It's from an outside perspective.
Yeah, it's an outside perspective, but within, like, if you're doing work that nobody else sees, like you're doing shit that you're just doing something that people aren't seeing because you haven't presented it yet.
They don't have
working on it.
Yeah,
they're only seeing you're hurting or whatever it is. It's their perspective. Don't take it so damn personal. They don't see everything that you do when nobody is looking, and what you're doing when nobody is looking. That's how you're gonna.
That's what matters.
In a sense, I'm trying to make.
That's
make
what actually
sense
matters.
Did we talk about that on one podcast? We talked about that's what the real discipline is. It's not what you do in front of.
Yeah. I was trying to find the right fucking words for it. I was like, God damn. Yeah, it's discipline within yourself.
Like,
you know, it's like nobody sees. They'll see my body, but they won't see the amount of miles I've had to run or the abs I've had to do to get to where I'm at. Just where I'm at now. You know,
the abs that you had to do.
The ab workouts. The workouts, basically. Yeah. I shouldn't say it that way. It kind of makes you sound like an asshole. But the workouts that I do to get there.
Me being like an outsider of the workout.
I know, but I'm trying not to sound like a douchebag with it. You know, but
like, well, what does that mean?
Nobody, they just see that, but they don't see the work that you put into it. Because I had a lot of people come up to me and say, man, I want to do what you do, bro. Like, hey, we need to start working out together. And it's like, well, like, yeah, but are you ready for the sacrifice you have to make with it?
Most of the time,
nobody's looking.
Not. But sometimes they just need a taste to realize that they are now. And then also people have different paces and stuff. But like kids ask me like how I learned to draw so good, and I don't even see myself as a great drawer or an artist, whatever. I'm decent, but it's just like just doing it. And I don't know why. What that had to do with? I guess because you were talking about getting better or something. It's just actually doing it, putting in the time. Like, cause somebody's like, oh, they just make it look easy, right? Like, oh, he's just naturally fit like that. But it's like, no, there's years that were put into this shit.
I mean, at work, I've been there 12 years, so I know the job. I know how to do it. A lot of people will say, man, you do make it look like nothing. I'm like, yeah, it looks like nothing to you, bitch. But I put in work, like some people will say.
Yeah, because I work there and it's not nothing. Yeah, that's some shit.
Some people will say, oh, you take care of yourself well. And I'm like, you don't see the behind the scenes work. You know what I'm saying? Like all you got to say, you look good. You make it look so easy. But it's not, motherfucker. Yeah.
It is.
You know what I'm
saying? It's like he's seen it where I've taken my own diet from what he's just basically given to me and where it's going now.
Chicken breast.
Yeah. And ground just switching just the oils and just that, and just telling me, hey, switch this and switch that, and you can produce this, and this is the gains you'll get. And I've taken that, and I've gone from most of it weighs probably like 215. Now I'm walking around at 145. I never thought I'd ever be this light ever again.
Hey, I forgot you were fat one time. I was imagining you like all spoiled 215. I was like, damn, that's a lot of muscle.
Hell no.
I was like, oh yeah, you were fat one time.
He was
like barely
I waddled.
moving. Yeah.
I waddled, bro.
It was like, what we going to Jack? What we going to eat, y'all? What we going to eat?
We going Jack in the Box? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, bro.
I still remember what I used to get, bro.
We did. Don't worry. We remember on that podcast with you. You had a fat ass off with Diego.
Oh, man.
Who was more a fat fuck? Basically, bro.
Damn, what episode was that?
Remember when him and Diego were around? When we had Diego around? Diego,
that one season?
Remember when we had Diego?
He was like.
It was nice to have Diego around, right?
It was like a season.
I wish we had Diego.
You know how you get like a character and then like the contract doesn't work out.
Diego,
so like
Diego, you need to come around, fam.
But yeah, they don't see that. Like, yeah, not only am I able to maintain my weight, but I have the diets to be able to do it. Like, the one small victory I always love, like. People are really strict on their diets, bro. I am, especially, and this is how I know I'm being really successful.
Discipline. Let's call it. Yeah. It should be discipline.
Or when I'm succeeding in discipline very well is when I eventually fail, because it's gonna happen.
Yes.
But when I fail, I always go for the one thing. It's like my go-to. If I don't have like like an oven next to me, I'll always go for the cookies. Fuck with it.
Yeah, French fries are
top 3.
If you put French fries in front of me, bro, I'm sorry. I won't be nacho cheese. If it's good nacho cheese, that Velveeta shit, or that shit from like a good spot, you know what I'm saying? Like bro, I'm sorry.
Like actually melted.
Yeah, I go ham. I can't stop myself.
I'm disciplined when it comes down to all of that. Like, I can be able to make my own healthy shit, but when it comes to cookies, bro, I don't give a fuck, dog. Like, give me an Oreo. Like, just yesterday, bro.
Mint Oreos, shout out.
I had my first Oreo in like almost 2.5 weeks, bro. Because I've been like really dieting and trying to like maintain myself and trying to like just not have sweets.
Did your jaws like shock? Like all that sweet
sugar and shit?
Bro, I felt like I was a kid again. Like, you remember that scene from Zombieland when Homeboy was... You never seen Zombieland? You never seen Zombieland?
Bro, put that on the fucking list. Jesus.
Bro, hell yeah.
Jesus Louise.
Zombieland. With the Woody Harrelson
and the Facebook guy?
Yeah.
It sucks that I hasn't remembered that,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay,
not the real Mark Zuckerberg.
Anyways, you know how Homeboy was looking for a Twinkie the whole damn movie? And he finally gets... That's how I felt when I bit into that fucking cookie, bro. That shit...
Yeah.
Remember when the fat rat ate everything? The music started every time he took a bite. That was how.
Or when with the food critic when he ate bit into that ratatouille
and he remembered his mom.
That's how
when he was a kid. Remember he
but on the Ninja Turtles, on the good one, on the 2012 one, the CGI one.
No,
the first time they tried pizza.
All right, there you go.
The way we felt when we saw Ninja Turtles as kids, and you saw the cheese in the cartoon, you were like, I want to have that one.
It always looked great. Yeah, cartoon pizza always looks amazing.
It always looks so cheap. It always stays on the bread.
Even a Krabby Patty, but who knows what.
You never even see the sauce on the pizza in the cartoons and shit.
But
that's true.
Nah, like that's how I know. Like, all right, I was successful in my discipline, bro. Because if
also, bro, go.
No, I'm just saying, like, because if I slack on it, that cookie won't taste the same. But if I stay disciplined, like hardcore on it, it's not as good. It's cheap. Like, it's always a battle between me and cookies, bro. Like, I'll either make them or somebody brings them in. And it's like, all right.
Let me spit it out before I lose this thought. Hey, if you're in a relationship, you gotta learn how to take criticism for real. Because if you're not, there's gonna be a lot of underlying tension. You have to be able. You can't
take it always personal.
Yes, and you have to be able to the other person say to you, hey, babe, I need you to work on this, or hey, babe, you're doing this a little too much. You're not doing enough of this, and it's not, and I don't like it. You know, hey, when you hear that from your couple, you need to listen.
Yeah.
You need to take your head out your ass and be like, all right, I need to address it. Instead of being like, so what about, nah.
Right. I thought you love me for me.
Don't start throwing it back. Don't start.
Well, I don't like how you do this,
don't take it personal.
Right.
Because that's
the wrong thing. Easy to do, and it happens a lot.
I'm just saying, bro, most people who are in couples, they're having sex. This person, you have your dick in their vagina, or you have their vagina. You have their
titty in your butthole.
You know, come on. If you can't take criticism from a person who you're doing this with,
it's the most intimate.
Then, bro, you might not need to be in a relationship because you clearly can't take the right criticism, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's something I had to learn the hard way too.
I was also gonna say, like, speaking of earlier, what we were talking about.
What, food?
No, the
Man,
crush.
I could go for a fucking cookie right now, though.
Do you want to go for what?
Go for a cookie.
No, but what I want to say, like sometimes somebody just doesn't.
That big tin right there is all cookies.
What you mean? Nah, don't lie to me. Fool's nothing but needles and shit.
Needles.
Yeah, the sewing kit that you saw.
We're talking about
That'd be the worst needle kit in the world.
Talking about Ramirez. Hey, eat that shit over there,
I can't, bro. I can't.
After.
Just talk about discipline and shit.
Hey, it's Saturday.
I'm hungry too.
Yeah, but you gotta stay disciplined on them.
You want a taco mix?
Yeah, after this. No, I was just gonna say, like, all right, just you can't, just because you're of the opposite sex, just because everything in your head is like, oh yeah, it work. And even if you like change everything about, you can buy a new car, you can get new glasses, you can change your hair. Sometimes somebody just might not like you, and it's not personal. It's just what they don't like.
I have a perfect quote for that, but go ahead.
All that shit you did, someone's gonna appreciate it.
Exactly.
Right. And I should appreciate it myself, you know.
Well, I'll say.
Go ahead. I'll stop talking now.
Because I went through relationship shit. I'm probably still mildly going through it, I guess maybe. But I had to make changes. And you know what? I said to myself, look, I am making these changes for my couple, for my spouse, whatever. But you know what? I'm also making them for me. Right. And if my spouse decides that, hey, I don't want to hang around anymore, or I'm still done, I still like these changes I made.
Right, you're still better off.
Even if my spouse doesn't appreciate it, someone else will.
Yeah.
At the very least, you better appreciate yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because you definitely don't want to be walking around just like, I need somebody, someone. Yeah. Look at all I've done. Somebody take me.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. All right, now I'm done.
No, I was just gonna say, it's like, because if you know you're just a cool dude, a legit dude that people actually can generally be around and talk with, and you just have that unique ability to be able to just be, nice to anybody.
Got that gift of gab.
Don't let somebody else make you feel like, that's not worth it or anything like that. If you finding them hating you because of that.
No, not even, they probably don't even hate. It's just like, it's just their own.
Why, is that what a girl told you? You talk too much?
What?
No, I think he's talking about me.
A girl told you talk too much?
Yeah, no, I've had a few girls that have told me in my past that, like, you're too friendly. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what? There's girls.
Those are the wrong girls.
There's girls who appreciate.
That's friendly. What I'm saying.
See, we used to go with the hood chicks.
And it's like, when I catch people telling me that, and they hate me for that, like they hate how people look at me, and like I'm just a genuinely good dude, and they like just having me around or whatever.
That's
You
'cause
hate me because of that.
You know,
you hate me because you ain't me.
It's
really.
because you got like,
okay,
you got
before you said that, I
fucked it all up. I hate it.
I was gonna say something really good. I'm gonna say it anyway. Let's pretend Romo didn't say it. I was gonna say, you know who else felt like that, Romo? Was Jesus. And then he said that other line. I was like, well, he didn't feel like that. Never mind.
Nah, I mean, to be honest, like,
or do you think sometimes Jesus would get mad, like walk like by himself, like, man, y'all just hate me because you hate me. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's not my fault. I'm the son of God.
No, if you have the attitude,
Break
this
that
is just egotistical. You know, I'm better than you, and you
oh
just
God!
Nah,
God!
MJ,
But that's how you gotta feel, though, right?
I mean, hey,
sometimes,
not really,
not all the time.
Really.
No.
That's all ego.
But this is just to build your ego back up.
You should never think you're better than anybody.
That's true. No, yeah, that's not what I'm. Yeah, you're right.
Do that.
You hate me because that's what you think I am.
You want to be the
you don't
best
know
at
me
something.
truly.
Yes.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
hate the perspective of you that you have.
I think it's because your goodness, your positive energy
intimidates them.
It irritates their demons.
They don't know. That was all good. They wish they could be as good as you. They wish they could even start.
They don't even understand it.
They can't even approach someone and say good morning or how you doing, and they see him doing it all the time. They're like, you little friendly ass nigga.
Yeah,
you wish you could do it. No one likes talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I guarantee you, bro. Like, I'm starting to figure it out now that I just have a charm to me. I can just say hi, good morning to any woman. It doesn't matter. I have no intentions of fucking anybody. I can just tell anybody that. Fine, ugly, doesn't matter.
What about men? You say to men
I don't
too?
give a fuck. I'll tell you good morning too. You want to dab me up? I'll dab me up. I don't give a fuck.
Like, you know how you ever, I mean, I shouldn't be watching, but sometimes when you notice people like crossing on the street, like on the sidewalk, and then you notice like, do they say hi to each other? Do they not say hi to each other? Most of the time, a lot of times people don't say hi.
I love those different people. That's half the reason.
But I have to say something.
That's half the reason why I go to the mall. You know, I go to the food court on the third floor.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
And just watch people on the other floors. Watch how people act.
Like ants.
Look at that motherfucker right there. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to highlight that girl right there.
Yeah.
He's all like,
hey, look at that dude trying to act hard over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great. I love that.
Oh shit, look at that kid robbing that store. No.
Yeah, like, but if you have that perception of me, especially if you knew me, and you think of me that way, well, first off, that's old me.
And I think some people confuse that with being a player, too. Like, they're like, oh, he can talk to anybody, then he's probably out there talking to everybody.
Well, look, do you see me talking to all these? Do you see me trying to holler at hoes? Do you see me when a girl walks by, you see me, I'm like, oh, damn, what's up, girl? You know what I'm saying?
You see me cracking my neck to go and give them
like, me and my boy, we talked about this at work. We're like, we have to stop. We as men need to start, like, creeping on hoes like that, because I said, imagine you watch yourself creeping on a hoe. How would you like? Oh yeah, you look creepy. Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
You're over there trying to get an extra look. Exactly. And you think no one's watching, but imagine you watch yourself.
Watching.
You'd be like, ooh, damn, I look so
Jesus
creepy.
And your angels.
I look so creepy right now.
When you have like nieces and shit, like it makes you kind of want to like fix your attitude a little bit, because you want to kind of like want to carry that perspective.
You want to be a good example. You want to show them what man is. Yeah, bro. You know, the females in my family, they have horrible examples of what men are. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to show them what the real man's about. You know what I'm saying? I try to show them, hey, you know what? It's about love. It's about love. Not about I'm the player. Not about I'm the best. Not about love. Unity.
Oh yeah, no, straight up. And I'm taking that personal, bro. Like when the female did tell me that.
Are you too friendly?
Yeah,
well, she don't know, bro. Yeah, no, I've had that happen to me too. When I was 20, when I was 19, we talked about the Heartbreak episode. If anybody really keeping up with the canon of Odd Pod, when I was 19, I was trying to holler at this 21, 22-year-old, and she gave me a little bit of play. But in the end, she ended up telling me that, like, nah, one of the, I'm gonna end up hurting you. And one of the things she told me is that, like, yeah, you're too friendly. A lot of people out here in these, I hear in these streets, people take that as weakness.
She like we're in Brooklyn or the Bronx or something.
We're
in Garland.
But I understand that. I understand that because people do mistake your kindness for weakness. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in our culture.
And you know what? Sometimes I do want to tell him that, like, hey man, sometimes around certain people, you just gotta keep it player. You can't keep it friendly. You can't be friendly.
Yeah.
You have to build a little more repertoire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I guess if I'm passing somebody, not every time. It depends. Like, you know what I mean? Like if they don't, I don't know.
Because that's something that you build into. Hey, at first, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, dog? Hey, what's up? How you doing? And then the more you interact, the more you're like, hey, so what's up? Hey, so what you doing? You crack a little more smiles. You know what I'm saying? the smooth doesn't need to be there as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's,
Like I've established that I'm a cool dude by now. You feel comfortable around me. Hopefully now I can.
like I've had
And if I can't be my real self around you in front of you, you should look at that as weird. Well, you know what? I don't need to fuck with you.
Right, I don't
you
need
know what
to
I'm saying?
We'll just keep it
Yeah,
as
that's what I'm saying. If anyone calls you friendly, you don't need to around your circle. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's one thing I learned majorly when she told me that. I was like, you know what? You can say whatever you want.
Was it Liz?
I think you're gonna say something else.
She loses this episode? I don't think so.
But
Was it? Was it her?
Bro, yeah.
He already
She
said
was
the
the
one
only
that I was like.
Was she the only one?
Nah, she wasn't the only one.
Did the K girl say it too?
No, that was the one thing she actually really liked about me.
She likes your friendliness?
Yeah, she actually wanted me to be more bold with it. You know, not
Or be
too-
more friendly?
Be more out there with it. You know, be lived up to that potential of what you got. Like, yeah, you can. As far as
Let's not jump
What
ahead.
girl? What, the cage?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I say maybe
Look,
her
I've already
cultural
said,
back.
Each of you get one. You said I talked about Ramir. I talked about the L
But
one.
this is what I'm gonna say. I think Hispanic girls like a more quiet guy usually, especially gay.
Nah, she
girls.
wanted somebody she could fucking control. Fuck her.
And I
dude,
think
that other
African
shit.
American women.
Whoa!
Melanated?
Whoa!
What's the right word?
Whoa! We're already gonna be in trouble, fool.
Happy Black History Month.
So man, you know, yeah.
I
bro.
think they like more out.
Nah.
guys.
Have you
No?
dated one? Have you dated one? Can't say anything. Look, I'll be real. I'll be real with you. When it comes to, I've had, in my experiences with black women, they definitely don't mind that I put myself out there. I was like, yeah, you know,
Bro,
I'm kind of friendly.
legit too.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Because
No, legit.
they appreciate the realness. You know, they
Right.
because they can see if you're trying to act like, oh, I'm cool, I'm smooth,
And
what's
even-
up.
Right.
They can smell through that shit. They can
Right.
see through that shit.
And even
Nah.
when you have to like just act like it, they can see like, you've already see past their game. That's why you're playing this game, so that way they leave you the fuck alone. You see what?
And you know what? That girl who
real.
told him that, you know what? She's really young and she's really dumb. She's gonna go through a bunch of guys that try to act cool,
Oh,
look cool.
in the
and
end-
then she's gonna end up seeing a few months later, like, damn, maybe this dude was where it's at. Because all these dudes try to fake this, and they end up failing. And this dude kept it real.
After
And look, and he's still standing there.
I still, man.
after a couple, like I don't know.
And he got the hit.
After a couple baby daddies, divorces, then they're gonna eventually marry a friendly guy.
I don't give a shit what happened. Like, and it's
Is
not
that what your baby
necessar-
mama did?
Yeah.
No, that's what my mom
Like
did. Nah, just kidding.
It's like I always keep saying, is the own work you keep putting into yourself, and when you don't take things so damn personal, and you take that like she told me, I took it personal for a minute. Now I've worked on this. Like, you know what? That's just who I am, and I've embraced it ever since.
It's like you should
Since
look
I've-
at it like you're really cold and mean. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
like-
saying? Like what the fuck?
I can be able to mingle with anybody. Yeah, people were in my business, and yeah, I realized how many snakes I had in there, and it's all good. I've gotten rid of most of the snakes. I've kept the circle small, as far as like how I want
Chill
to
out,
keep
St.
it.
Patrick.
Mowed the lawn. Is that what St. Patrick?
There's gonna be more.
St. Patrick got rid of all the things in Ireland, but it doesn't
No, it
mean
doesn't.
what it means. It's an esoteric thing. It's
Yeah.
the people who used to believe in the universe,
The
and
reptilians.
and the Kundalini people. No,
Oh.
no.
Man, we're gonna make this
See-
more deeper than what we want.
Yeah, I'm turning to history podcast, but no,
But-
fuck that chick who told you that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah, basically, right?
it's the work I put into it is like everybody watches. You know, and I think there's like a few Kanye songs that talk about that most, where exes basically be watching your shit anyways. They won't like your post that you post on Instagram, but you post a story on that hoe, they watch how many of them be watching you.
But we shouldn't even be worried that this
You know, that's
particular
what I'm
girl
saying.
wants to watch our story. She's not
Don't
what
even
we
watch
want.
who's watching.
She's not
you.
what
Don't
we
even
want.
give
Not
a
right, you know
fuck.
what I'm saying?
So you continually working on yourself, that shows you, damn, you doing something that everybody wants to see.
Hey, don't take this
Yeah,
personal.
but also don't
Hold on,
rely
hold
on
on.
it though.
I'm
Don't rely on
I want to
views.
end this on saying something to Romo. Let's take it personal. Don't be
Uh-oh.
posting shit on Mondays about I don't fuck around on Mondays when you're
Hey.
fucking around on Mondays.
Damn.
You know,
I'm
fucking-
healing.
I saw that. I was like, is this today?
Is
Is
this-
this today?
it's the
Did Romo?
same.
What? Oh yeah.
It's an alternate timeline.
Nah, in those days, really
This
less.
fool, nah, don't get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
But don't take it personal. Just keep it real.
Don't fuck around on Mondays. Don't fuck around on Mondays.
I like them fucking posts though with him though. That's why I post them. Those are funny.
Oh, sure he does. All right.
Oh, Joey.
Nah, yeah, Joey
Oh,
Diaz,
yeah, you already knew that
Motivational
one.
Mondays.
Fuck around on Mondays.
That shit's fucking funny.
Sucker.
Yeah. All right. How long was that?
40.
Been 40 minutes.
That was
Well,
good.
38.
That was
39.
good. So see, don't listen to these hating females. And from what we read, maybe you should go get you a melanated female.
Or even dudes, like we're lucky that we got.
Bro, my thing is to get you a melanated female.
You know, I think I'm just gonna keep working on me eventually.
Do you think that brown girls would get mad at us using the new
Latinx?
No, motherfucker, melanated. Using that word.
I think that's the best word.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm actually liking it.
You know what? I think the smart females would like that term. The dumbass ones would not like it.
What the fuck does that mean?
Exactly.
What's that mean? Well, that's a good test to see if you're even worth talking to. If you don't know what melanated means, I don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah. Or you just tell them.
Melanated means you got some color to you, baby. I see you got a lot of color in it.
Like it a berry, sweet as a Jew.
Yeah, look at it. See? You gotta learn how to speak.
Nah, I don't want all that juice. I just want right size. Right size pear.
Damn. Hopefully.
Right size little plum.
That was a nice episode. Hopefully, Romo gets his melanated nice woman who appreciates his niceness, or gets him a hard one that wants to.
But really, we need to. Because I'm single too. We need to love ourselves, bro.
Because that's how we be as dudes, bro.
Love ourselves.
Sometimes dudes, we see girls that like look really frail and innocent, and we're attracted to that because we want to protect that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's some hard ass chick, bro. You're gonna run into. She's gonna love you and say, I want to take care of this little man. I want to nurture him.
Let her protect you.
I'm easily taken advantage of, bro.
Like you know those pornos where some really tall chicks and the really small dudes?
Yeah.
All right. On that note,
Take it personal.